Hola, welcome to Cash and Spanglish. This is Sai from very sunny Puerto Rico. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. So today I'm going to be doing my budget with me. And as you guys know, I am low income, so I'm going to be budgeting, I believe it's $225 this week. And I'm going to get right to it. As you know, I like to use simple tools, so I'm using just a regular old composition notebook. And this pen, I have to show you this. I got this pen from my aunt. She went on a vacation, I guess, I think she was actually went for work to Las Vegas, and this was years ago. And she brought me this pen from Las Vegas. It has like a little diamond up here. It's the cutest thing ever. It has butterflies, and I hope the camera is catching that. It's just so pretty. I've had this for years and I barely use it because I don't want it to run out of ink because I just love it so much. And then I'm just gonna use this pen / marker. I think I got these from my friend Jenny as a gift. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So let me just write in my categories real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done writing in my categories. I usually will put the title at the top, but I forgot, so I just did it this way, just change it up a little bit on accident. And so like I said, my income for this week is $225. That's how much I'll be budgeting. So $225. Now, I do want to say something. Aside from this, I am adding $500 into my emergency fund. So as you guys know, my husband and I, we purchased a home recently this year at the beginning of, it was more towards the end of last year that we started this whole process. And this was a special purchase because we purchased my grandfather's and my grandmother's house from many years ago, and the house was actually abandoned. Nobody was living in it, so we had to purchase it to the government, basically, because the government basically just took over the house since no one was living in it. Back when my grandparents owned this house, they never actually put this house in their name, so they got this house from the government, right? Because the government was providing homes to underprivileged families, and they were very poor. So since they never actually did all the paperwork and everything they had to do to put the home in their name, the government just took the home back after the home was abandoned and no one was living in it. So we bought it back from them. So we got a great deal. Now, this house is a fixer-upper and needs a lot of repairs to make it livable. This is a 2-story home. So the top where we live right now, the second floor, is just a small studio apartment. That is where my husband and I live. And then downstairs is the actual house. It's not a huge house. It has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. And it has like a kitchen and a living room, and that's pretty much it. But we are working to renovate it and to make it livable because right now it just needs a lot of repairs. It was unlived for a long time. So having said all that, all the money that my husband and I had in savings from years that we have been saving, it all went to the purchase of the house because the government, they do not do payment plans and you can't make a loan. You could make a personal loan to pay for it, but they won't loan you the money. So we spent every single dollar of our savings to purchase a home, which we are okay with. We were happy with that because we don't owe this house to anyone now. We don't have like a mortgage payment or anything, which is amazing. But then we had to start rebuilding our savings, and that's what I've been doing, right? So far I only have $500 in my savings, to be honest, because we've had a lot of expenses and life happens. I am low income. So what I decided to do is add those $500 to my emergency funds. Now that will pretty much wipe out my savings, and I am okay with that because I want to have a solid emergency fund of $1,000 sooner rather than later, and then I'll start rebuilding my actual savings. Now I am going to start putting money into my savings every week. I'm going to continue, I should say, to put money into my savings every week. But those $500, it's like $540, I believe I have in my savings. I'll keep the 40 and just put the 500 into my emergency fund, and that'll make me feel better. I did have a fully funded emergency fund before, and life happens and we had to spend it. But hopefully this time I'm able to continue to build it, and after I have my $1,000 completed, then I'm going to try to build for another $1,000. So my income is $225 this week, but I'm adding to this $500 that I already have in my savings. Now, I'm not going to put the actual money into the envelope. I'm going to put a placeholder whenever I stuff, because there's no point in taking that money out of the bank and put it in my envelope, right? It's going to go right back into the bank anyway eventually. So starting off with my emergency fund, it is getting in total $520, because I'm adding $20 from my budget as well. So $520 is going into emergency fund. Now, vacation is getting 40 this week. Yes, last week I only put 20. That's okay too, right? As long as I'm putting something. And okay, so giving is getting $20. And Gustitos, which is my self-care envelope, is getting $20 as well, because I'm getting my nails done next week. Nieta is my granddaughter. She always gets $5, and this is just to help for her schooling. We do also give her money on the side, because that's just how grandparents are, right? So let's see. My subscriptions are getting $15, as they do every week, and I should start calculating this just to make sure I don't go over. So $225 plus 500, that's a total of $725. That is the most, but that's fake, because 500 of those dollars are in the bank already. So let's do minus $20, minus 20, minus 5, minus 15, minus 520, minus 40. So I have 105 left. I want to do $20 in Mother's Day and Father's Day, and $20 in ojitos, which is my lenses. So that's 40. I have 65. I'm gonna do 20 in vehiculo, and this is my car maintenance envelope. So I have 45. Oh, Canva always needs to get 5, so let me knock that out. And then I have 40 left. I'll just do 20 in gifts and 20 in clothing, and that's perfect. Minus 20, minus 20, and that is a zero-based budget. So this is my budget for this week. Stay tuned for this cash stuffing, which will be tomorrow. And I'm so happy that I'm going to add those $500 into my emergency fund. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. And here's the thing. If I have those $500 in the bank and it's just my savings, I feel like I could be very tempted to spend them at any time. But now that I have, in my mind, transfer them into my emergency fund, right? And on paper, then I feel like that money is untouchable. Like, it's going to stay there. I'm not going to touch it. And that just makes me feel better. So this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you consider doing so and turning on the notification bell. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment below. Say hi, and I'll say hi right back to you. Once again, thank you for the support and for being here, for spending this little while with me, and I hope you have the most amazing and blessed day. Bye bye.